That's why it's blurry. And here we go. I was like, want to start talking right before that ends. I was like, just about there. Just that extra second always kicks me. So welcome to Monster Monday. It is Monday, the 12th of January. So I was excited for today because it's the 12th, and I had it down for the 12th as my pickup day of my motorcycle out in Washington. They're going to ship back. Then I read the fine print. The fine print is the 12th to the 26th. So anytime in the next 2 weeks. So of course they put the 12th, right there where you're going to see that all nice, but not that it can be up until the 26th. So I was hoping to have that thing by like next week early. So whatever. And I really want the other bike, the blue one is what I'm really after, because I want to get some painting done, some other crap. So anyhow, hello to everybody. I've got people chiming in, jumping on, already commenting. I can barely get my things together, and people are already commenting. So how was your weekend? How's life treating you? I know you're not feeling well again. So
yeah, I can't seem to shake this. I don't know what's going on, but I'm doing all right. A little crappy.
You're not in your new studio. You're not feeling well. Like I don't know. It's not a great weekend.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I drank this weekend, had a good time there, but yeah, I don't know.
You went out and had fun, and then you get punished and you get back to feeling crappy again. So that happens. But
how was your weekend?
I don't know. It was good enough. I've been trying to get everything done for Monster Day. We have Monster Day. What is that? A week from this coming up Friday. Yeah. So that seems like a long time away, and I've I got plenty of time. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, I don't have plenty of time because I have a booked schedule at the end of this week, and I have to go into the city and play dress up with the wife. So I don't have any time then. And then I got to get on the road because I have a lot of stops to make between here and there. So I don't have a lot of time because I plan to leave on Sunday. So anyhow, that's what I've been working on. A lot of stuff, so much crazy stuff trying to get ready. I guess that's the one thing about knowing you're going to be super busy. Like, I have a ride that's going to take me over a month to do. One of the biggest rides I've ever done. It probably is the biggest ride I've ever done. Roughly 30 to 35 days of riding and away from home that long. I've been gone from home that long, but I've never done a 35-day consecutive day ride before. So, knowing I have that, I'm just trying to get everything done. We have a big party in October that I'm pretty stoked about. But trying to get all that stuff done, line up hotels, the venue, all the things that go with it, music, food, all that crap. And I don't want to wait. Last year was super easy because we had it at Wild Ass. And Craig and I reserved a tent about now, I guess, maybe February, March, whatever. But in the winter, and then we're having it at Craig's. Like, I don't have to do everything. Craig and Renee can do a good chunk of that, and Abby put it off. It's no big deal. We knew we had it at a place. We knew we were going to figure out the food, and that's all good. So this year is a little bit different, but I'm happy because, we got the date nailed down. We got a place nailed down. they're good with us giving a motorcycle away in their place. So that was all pretty cool. So I put this out, I don't know, yesterday, or must have been yesterday, maybe today. I don't even know when I put things out. They just kind of happen. But whenever I put this out, I just want people to make sure you change that date. We created a little Facebook event because it's easier to share. But October 10th is the day, so just everybody keep that in mind. Share it with people to save the date. It's really going to be a great time. We got some really fun stuff. And I think the coolest thing is, we will be giving away a motorcycle there. So not only are we celebrating the heroes, but there's going to be a really, really tricked out, cool motorcycle there, and I'll be all good. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see that. I lose my train of thought here because I'm sitting here looking and I glance over at myself, and I have a black shirt on, which I normally don't do, but with this green screen effect, it like blends me in with the background.
It does.
It blends me in the background, and I look like the movie from the Headless Horseman, where I just look like just the head, except
you have hands and a head.
Yeah, instead of not having the head, that I lost the body. So I'm like the Headless Horseman's head that got left behind that keeps talking, doesn't shut the hell up. So I got to remember to not have a shirt on, but I love this Legend shirt, so I always put it on, and it was getting a little snug there before Christmas, so it's a good thing I'm losing a couple pounds of weight, so it doesn't look like a fat guy little shirt. But all right, moving on. Dylan, I gotta keep this at a half hour, so I gotta remain focused. I'm opening up my notes so I can stay all good. But last week at my house was 50 degrees on what was it, Friday? Before I couldn't even get up my driveway in 4-wheel drive. I spend a day scraping it. The next day it gets 50 degrees and all melts right off anyhow. So I kind of laugh.
It's like 40 here today.
That's crazy. I tell you, where you live though, 40 sounds nice, but I always hated that shit because it made everything melt. And then when it got cold again, everything was icy. I was always a fan of, if you're going to have winter, just give me winter until it's done. Like, okay, now we have winter, and we'll just deal with winter until we're done with winter.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's going to be like way below zero next week. So it's, yeah.
Yeah, and then everything is frozen like a rock, and that ice, that when it melts like that, is awful. But another thing I was working on is the Mission 77 that Dooley and Ironman have committed to doing. So I got that on the website today, and I think this is pretty cool because they're doing a walking 7 miles a day, and the goal is by the end of the year they're going to have walked as far as it would be from my house to Turbo's house on foot. So I think that's a crazy way to walk. So that's why when I made the flyer, that's kind of if they were walking, that's the route they would take, and it's like a virtual tour. Well, Dooley went ahead and got a website set up that he found that you can map it. So we're going to be doing some stuff with this, but I just want to show everybody what we had going on because this is the Mission 77. Those are the two monsters. This information is on the website as well. But he's got a pretty cool little tracker type setup. I just have to make sure I get this on when I get it on. This is the website he's using, and I think it's pretty cool. But if you look at this website, I'll kind of move it around a little bit. So he's walking from, there's my house, like, oops, right there where the A is, roughly. But you can zoom in, and there's mile markers. You see when I zoom out, how you can see his route. Mm-hmm. But you can zoom in, and there's the mile markers. So we're going to put a little funny looking guy walking. But there's his week 1. So at week 1, they walked 55 miles. That's pretty impressive. And wow. That's just a piece, and that's not combined or anything else. So if they're walking, so at every week, you're going to kind of see how far they get. We're just trying to figure out how to get a little guy standing there. But I don't know. I think it's kind of cool how you can kind of get a visual effect of him walking across the country. Really cool. Yeah, don't you think that's cool?
That's really awesome. I really like that. That's neat.
And
it's fun to watch them.
I remember the first time I did this ride on a motorcycle. Like I remember this route. It was I don't know, maybe my third time I rode across the country. But I rode this exact route, and I left Turbo's house. I went up through Colorado, across the plains, just like this. This goes through St. Louis, blah, blah, blah. But I remember thinking, man, this is a long ways from home, and I was in a hurry and had to do it in 3 days or something, 3.5 days, whatever it is. But it's pushing 3,000 miles. And I just remember it so vividly. And then to have somebody set out to do this as their walk, years later, and they're going to walk that distance in a year. Like, to me, that's just not happening. I'm not, I just can't fathom that, walking 7 miles a day. It's like when people do things, we have so many monsters that do such epic, and we came up with that idea to do epic shit. When Hopper did his ride back in 2021, I thought that's just epic shit. And we just kind of, it's not like we have a marketing team. We just kind of roll with stuff and then it sticks. And, like, do epic shit. And that's, people do that. And I think it's simply amazing. I don't even have any other words for it other than straight up amazing. And I just think it's super cool that we have somebody doing things. And I love the idea. Hopper's going to come on hopefully next week or the week after and talk about, some fundraising, about doing some things that don't have anything to do with riding a motorcycle. So other people get involved. And our Monster Miles are going to gear a little bit. We're going to add in some things. So if you want to do something on foot, you can. So I'm really looking forward to all that stuff, and it's really going to be cool. So pretty excited.
That's
so if
awesome.
you want to join him and walking across the country, he's going to have they're going to have some options for some bench warmers, and you win some cool stuff. You get some cool stuff if you do it, but maybe fill in for them for a day. But he gave me the lowdown on it, but it's still a little work on how we're going to put it up. But basically, you're a bench warmer. So let's say they get the flu. Somebody gets the flu and they can't walk. They get hurt. Something comes up and they can't walk.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So you're going to have a bench warmer, but it's not just jump off the bench and go for a walk. You have to commit to doing some fundraising for the week as well. So I think that's a kind of a fun idea. So they got some lofty goals, and I'm pretty impressed with it. And I'm pretty happy to see it rolling forward. But I really do like that epic shit. So pretty cool. And then we got Monster Day. I touched on that a little bit, but we have Monster Day coming up. I talked to the principal of the school today. He's excited about it. I think this is the first time. It's our 4th Monster Day in Texas, but this is our first time at Gavin's school, at this school. You don't have kids, you don't know, but they go to a bunch of different schools on their way up. Unless you're Podunkery, and then they go to one school. But most kids in these big towns go to multiple schools. I think my kids went to 4 different schools by the time they graduated: elementary, some intermediate, a middle, and a high school. So this is our first time going to this school. And I know the principal's a little bit nervous. I can tell just by talking to him. I put him at ease a little bit when I was there, but you're bringing motorcycles, you're bringing bikers, you're bringing a message he's never heard. It's not like I can send him a video of it and be like, oh, this is exactly what we talk about. We have 4 of them, but change is this year's theme.
Right. He'll be back. He was talking about the Mission 77. I think he's back. I was taking over for you.
That's awesome. Well, I got, hold on one second. It drives me crazy, man. That's
your
my
good side.
Yeah. And I try to find things, and this is what happens when I try to scroll too much or whatever. But did it kick all my stuff out that I had?
It did. Oh, shoot.
Did. All right.
It did.
I can't.
Maybe you can get it back when I do my yakking.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have Monster Day coming up. But the principal's all on board with it. We have a bunch of stuff. I have so many things going to Monster Day. I had to laugh because I had things being shipped here, some shirts we're going to wear and some gifts for the kids, the piggy banks that I showed you before.
Yep.
They were all coming here. And then I realized how much stuff I had to bring. I went out and measured my enclosed trailer. I'm like, that's not going to work. So I had to rearrange some things. So I had to call the piggy bank place and the shirts and be like, you need to ship this to Gavin's house, so I don't have to get it here and then try to figure out how I'm going to get that packed around my truck right, with a wide open trailer. It's definitely 700, 800 piggy banks are definitely not fitting in the cab of my truck. So that's pretty awesome. But why don't you go about your news? I'll pipe in a little bit, but I want to add that, you know what I'm adding. So I want to add it.
I do.
But I
You don't
think
want to miss.
yeah, but you know what's going to happen when I add it? It's going to pop right up on the screen.
It is, yeah.
So remember when I did it? It came right up on the screen.
It came
All
right
right.
up on. That's fine. I'll just shut up and let you talk about it when that happens.
Yeah, you go ahead and we'll do that, and we'll just wing it. And then I think when we get to it, I'll just talk about it, and then I'll load the video up and just kind of do it not quite as cool.
That's fine. That's totally fine. We'll just wing it. No problem. So you were talking about the Mission 777. They're on day 12. Also, Street Cred. I just wanted to give them a little, recognition that they're on day 12 too. Those ladies, so that they're.
Yeah, that's awesome. The Street Cred is have another 2 people doing that is just awesome.
Just keep going. See how many days we can do nonstop of riding every day. Honor wanted me to bring up the January ride. It's ride 1,026 miles in under 24 hours, but you need to find a welcome sign, a welcome to state sign. And you need a receipt from a place to eat for dinner. And it has to have 2026 on it. You need a picture of a sunrise and a local landmark with American flag on it. So get out there and find that for January. And
that would be a good one, and some of us up here in the north struggle a little bit, but I'm hoping it gets a little bit nicer that we can do that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Hopper just sent me a text that I put Casso instead of Casa. So I think that's kind of funny. That's my Yankee. I don't even catch things like that, man. I'd type something up and I miss that, and anybody from Texas or anybody with any kind of Mexican blood flowing through them at all, I'd be like, hey, dumbass. So they catch that in 2 seconds. I'd be like, yeah, I don't even notice.
Yeah, whatever.
That's pretty funny.
I have a little bit of hero news. So as you all know, Alfie was in the hospital. He's out now. He had some pretty crazy blood work going on, but he's better now. And he's back to giving lip to his parents and everything. So all is well. And he leaves for Friday for treatment to come.
Awesome. Glad he's out. I was just wondering too. I hadn't heard from him. So I was glad that he is all good. So that's good to hear.
Yeah. And Jackson's doing good on his meds. He's got his new meds and seems to be working well for him. So he's doing good on that. Of course, Mr. Gavin, he is counting down the days for Monster Day. So he's waiting. Of
course.
For that. Yeah. And Turbo got amazing news from his cardio appointment. His heart is all good. And so that's great news for Turbo.
I could have told him that, saved him the trouble. Yeah. See, he's got a massive heart. It's like bulletproof.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's good to hear, though.
It is good. Good to know. We knew it, but it's good to hear it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And Brody, the poor kid, can't catch a break. Tested positive for strep. So.
Yeah. I tell you what, speaking of Brody, he can't catch a break, but I think we can give him a break. As everybody knows, we do all kinds of crazy epic things for these kids and raise money and just whatever it takes to try to help them live their best life. Well, Brody has, he's had something he's wanted. He's had a wish. He has something that really help him, to do it, to live his best life. So I was really glad that we could go out and get something. And he's coming to Monster Day, which I'm really happy about. And he's coming to Monster Day. So we thought we'd bring him a little something. And here's a video of what we're bringing him. So hold on 1 second. This is the new ride we got for Brody. It is a Polaris Razor. So we're looking forward to getting this to him. He's coming to Monster Day, and there we will present it to him. This is going to provide this young man with so much joy, it's not even funny.
So I thank each and every one of you for all you do to help our heroes live their best life. And trust me when I tell you, he's going to be living it when he gets this thing. Peace.
Yeah, that thing is pretty cool. So there's
awesome.
one other little video I want to play to go along with that. This is what I had all set up, but obviously I messed that up. So here we go. We'll do this last video and then we can talk about it a little bit. It's not that guy approved. It don't fit. You see, that was my wife doing a little videotaping, and so Amy was videotaping from her office, and what I said there was, it's not fat guy approved. So yeah, I didn't fit in it very good. What you couldn't see in the quick little video that I did was that my leg was hanging out the other side. I could only get one leg to fit in it at a time. So that is the little
That
razor
is so awesome.
that I'm bringing with me down to Texas. So they're coming to Monster Day and they're going home with a 4-wheeler. So all I can say when I look at these things, I wish they had that shit when I was a kid. Oh my goodness, that would be so fun. Yeah, Amy laughed at me pretty hard when I went by with my leg hanging out the side and I could just get my foot in there sideways to give it the gas or the brake, but there wasn't room for both legs. That wasn't happening. So
I love it.
yeah, it was pretty awesome. But I tell you what, I didn't know how fast that thing would go or what kind of power it would have. I'm like, they're just little. So I thought, well, I guess they're for kids. I forget that I'm 6'1". And I tell you what, that thing ripped with me in it. So I would guess I'm about the size. I'm 215 pounds. So I would guess I'm the size of 2 kids, and that thing ripped. So I don't think they're going to have any problem at all. So I'm pretty excited about, bringing this with us down to Texas. I mean, this is what it's all about, man. We're going down there, and there's 2 heroes on one trip that are just going to be, super stoked about what we're doing. Gavin, because we're down there doing a Monster Day, and Brody, because he's going home with a 4-wheeler. I know he's going to get down there and he's going to see this 4-wheeler and he's going to be like, all right, I'm ready to go home. Like that'll be the end of his wants as far as that goes. So that was pretty big. That was such a great thing we could do. So I can't stress that enough. I thank everybody. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. We do epic shit, and we want these kids to do some epic shit too. And that takes things that are out of reach. And it's so nice that we can come together and put these things in reach. I've said it 100 times. These families have so much to overcome, both, the mental end of things and the financial end. So, it's just too hard you can't spoil your kid and get them all the medications and all the things that you need to fight DMD and to do it properly. I mean, they're going to Kansas City. The expense they live over by Victoria Hayes, Kansas. So it's a long ways to get to Kansas City. So, these things are going to go a long ways to help Brody live his best life. So he's loving that wheelchair accessory we got him for Christmas. And now this is just epic, to say the least. So that's pretty cool. And everybody likes gifts. Who doesn't like to get a cool gift and right? That kind of thing. So and that kind of is a segue into a gift that I got today. And somebody made this before I show you. Somebody made it. You're gonna know as soon as I show it to you. But somebody made it, and they said, I don't know if anybody use it. And I said, I'll wear that thing as long as the funds are right. So it came in the mail today, and I'm going to be doing a little fundraiser on my ride, and there'll be a day that this is all I'm wearing for one whole day. So I hope the weather's not awful in May or June when I get done. But if we reach some goals, this is what Riot will be wearing on his ride. If it pops up here. But there it is. Slowly coming. Everything's so slow. How do you like that? Brandy, what do you call this? Knitting, crochet? What is this? It's where they take yarn and make it into a pair of shorts, pair of underwear. Yeah. I don't even know what. I guess it's got a drawstring, so it'd be shorts. But they're pretty tight, so it was like underwear because whoever she had size them up, I could barely get in them. So I'm not sure how strong yarn is, if it'll hold up for a full day, but I'm
It
gonna have
should.
I'm gonna have a couple embarrassing gas stops if
Hmm?
this doesn't hold together like I hope it does. So, but either way, it's not the first time I've been embarrassed and did stupid shit, and it won't be the last. So, but there it is. But Brandy, that thing's really cool, and I do have them right here. Oops. Can you see him there? You see, I gotta quit with that. That green screen just makes shit go away. But I'll post a picture of them or something. But I don't know. They're pretty fancy. Like they're a lot of work.
Pretty awesome.
Like, that's a lot of work. I don't know how people do that kind of stuff or what, but it's pretty amazing. So anyhow, let me get rid of that.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
That'll be good. So there'll be a day that on my ride when I'm doing that Monster Inc. across the country. I'll do that. They're a bit breezy, and I'm not sure. You can see through them when I look at them. So I'm thinking,
you can.
I'll probably have to wear a pair of shorts, a pair of underwear underneath there, because these are shorts. They have a drawstring. If they were underwear, then I'd just bear it up. But my underwear just like shorts anyhow. Twister. I'll run 7 miles in them.
Oh, did you see?
If you keep them in one piece, that's awesome. I'll keep them in one piece. I'll be safe.
Perfect.
There'll be a 1,000-mile day, and then there'll be a 7-mile day in a run.
We'll see how long we can keep them going.
Hey, I know what I could do. My ride goes through Kansas, so I'll wear them on whatever day, and then I'll drop them off with dualies. Now we're on to something. So that'll be great. Yeah, they'll hold until they don't. That's a truth, Dylan. So I don't know, but I hope when they fail, it's for a runner and not
for dually and not you. Yeah. No brown stains, he says.
No, that'll be good. Washing it, I hardly wash the clothes I'm wearing on a regular basis, let alone riding. I'll wear those things till they fall apart. So yeah, that'll be great. The traveling shorts. Yeah, that'll be so fun. And doing get down and
them off to somebody.
I wonder if
like the memory picture.
I think it'll be funny. And then we got to get him to Iron Man so he can wear them in a marathon. That'll be that. And he does that marathon December. So the end of the year, they got to hold together. And then Iron Man can run a marathon in the shorts that have already seen 1,000 miles across the country. All the different people having them on for a day, whatever. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, the traveling. And if they rip when it's on your turn, then you got to just get some yarn, get some twine string or whatever.
Or wire.
Buckle them up. And then they'll get award for the first one to go balls out.
Literally.
When they finally burst and you're the one that can't be around kids for 6 to 8 years. Oh, that's too funny. That's good stuff. But that's all I have. That's my busy time. So stay tuned for a bunch of other cool stuff. I had some other pictures to show, but I don't think they're I'll double check one other place. Otherwise, we got to have them all redone. So I had some stuff all ready to go, but it's just not ready to go now. Oh, we're all good. The only thing I was going to show you is this. I'll put up this one on the old-fashioned way. This is our theme for the year is change, and we're celebrating our 5 years. So I've been just toying around with this little logo-looking thing, and my daughter had a great idea to turn the monsters, turn the S in monsters into a 5. So I don't know. I think that's kind of cool looking. So
yeah,
that might be some stickers or whatever else made, but I think it kind of suits it well. What do you think?
Yep, it does. Looks good.
Yeah. All right. Really I just noticed this 8:30 and trying to stick with my New Year's resolution to keep it to. But we are a little late. Now I see the timer. I still have 30 seconds. So do you have anything you want to add in 30 seconds?
I do not.
Dylan, do you have anything? No? That sucks. How about in the next 15 seconds, you tell us about the new studio? Are we going to see that damn thing this year or what?
We should. Waiting on internet. So next couple weeks, I'll say. How's that?
I would say you better get some Starlink in your future. I have internet in my F-250 as I roll down the highway at
I
a
know.
shade over the speed limit.
Shade.
All right, time's up. See you later.
Time's
Bye,
up.
everybody.
Have a good week.
My New Year's resolution, try to be within 1 minute of it. So, and now I've focused on that little timer. So to everybody, I thank you. I'm looking forward to Monster Day. Next week we'll be on the road. I will be driving, so I'll have it somewhere, but I have internet better than the shop. So that's great. Yeah, congratulations to the Bills who pulled off another fantastic win yesterday. Gavin's on cloud 9. Tristan's a little angry because his birds are done. So I'm happy because I hate Philadelphia and I hate all things Philadelphia. I hate to see anyone in Philadelphia be happy. So I'm sad for Tristan, but for everybody in Philadelphia who's whiny and cry today, so that's that. Peace out, everybody. Thanks, Misty. Hope you feel better.
Have a good week. Thank you.
See you, Dylan.
Bye.